tell you everything. There's no point hiding it now. Let's go. Tell us. You've obviously refused to open this traveling case. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, there is some reason why you'd wish for it to be closed. That not so? My dear girl, there's no sense playing games with nothing escapes my attention. I have a very good idea of the contents of the case even before I've laid eyes on them. Not well suited for a life of crime, are we? Careless coup, Dale, I hold the pay. I can't read. I refuse to open your case. Is ring the books on the shelf. Completely changed tack with his deduction now. Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, right? Let's look at the bookshelf. I certainly did cast our eyes in that direction. Somewhere in that same area, if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn. Smell door, the same as in Cosmo's cabin. And the rather slim bolt is the same as well. Miss Pavlova is actually glancing over the door here instead of the bookcase, which suggests a desire to run away from this cabin. Maybe. These rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Beria. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. There is an exactly same notice in our... Oh, it's a pet! Your punishment would be severe, Naruhudo-san. You'd probably be left adrift in the freezing cold ocean, or shut inside a tiny wardrobe for days on end. So I've actually been serving time for weeks now, have I?
Yes!
No, don't present, you idiot! Ah, God. No! Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna kill you now. Pace moving forward, maybe. Imagine that's what's in there. I know what she's looking at. She's looking at that, but this is a charming little picture, isn't it? What is? Someone climbing a steep mountainside? Or descending, what seems to me. Been in the flat sea for a while. This low resolution picture surely just doesn't even speak to me at all. Not even one bit.
Yes!
Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written on the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside the case of yours is something forbidden from the carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. As you've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move on its own accord. Which leaves us one possibility. Inside your traveling case, a dog, a cat, a pet. It's a monkey. Figured this shit out. Elementary. So, you aren't who you said you were? No, I'm not going to be Roylott. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. There, that same night, you stole aboard this vessel, which couldn't have been easy. Here is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. You intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. And to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So, if it was just you, about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from the outside the cabin? No other than this young lady. Like a full set of pipes, if you ask me. Screamed like hell. Decided to yell. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man. On the page, there was a picture of me. So frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. If I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. Picked up scissors in my hand and... at that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that, from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? Just one thing I'd like to know. What do you have inside your traveling case? Well, you're kind of the prime suspect. Is no one else in this room? Is there a snake inside of that bag? Okay, tell us what you know about last night. There's certainly something, yes? I'm not entirely sure what. Indeed, it is incredible. One more thing. Oh yeah? What? Observe your wrists. What? Oh, you fucking old piece of shit! I have restored your shackles. Ugh. Well, they still shove a guild cast over you. I'm sorry to say. Can't be helped at the moment. Damn it. Well, let's go ask her some questions. We have to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary really was. Yeah. Let's examine the room, I guess. Oh. But tell her what I know about last night. Let's not touch my thing. Fine. As you should be, young man. What vulgar manners you have, poking around the young lady's private belongings. Neither shall I allow it. Let's not do it yet. Okay, what happened last night? You know someone's killed in the cabin next door here? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died, a friend of mine. That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? A strange noise? People talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that happened. Miss Pavlova? Is there anything you tell us? I don't know, I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I'd done when... I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. You run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet? I'm traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. Once again, I want to forget everything about the ballet. I'll start a new life. Forget? Challenging proposition. I have a striking tiara as a reminder. I have no money of my own. I would have killed. And the crew of the ship, they have all been kind. They let me come on board and they said I could hide in this cabin. Okay. Well, there's a giant conundrum about that. Pavlova, allow me to propose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Beria stopped by no port last night. Yeah. Been sailing for a while. The man outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. Not your business. Yes, you're right. How do you seem to be hiding something? An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. That's how the Russian newspapers describe one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens because I am an angel. Saying it in English isn't your mother tongue. Description is very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said, I can resist a touch of a dramatic. I can never resist a touch of a dramatic. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and to detection. The words once said about myself, a quote from the wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Sholmes. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what happened. So tell us about your friend. Now you're traveling, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board. Please don't tell. They found my precious, and the burly Russian would best share themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Hope that is your friend. Puppy? And an adorable little rabbit? You credit Russia as a land of small rabbits, do ya? Don't they have small rabbits there then? May as well ask. I have no idea! You're miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerinas, friends. Is it obvious? It must be a chicken! Really? Considering the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, a daily fresh eggs, and when that verse... I don't think they lay eggs every day. So you eat your friends? I don't remember that. She's like, no, actually. Oh, well, it appears that this friend identity is a closely guarded secret. Not to be... Ha ha ha! He obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. Fine. So, it's out. It's the diary of my friend who passed away. Diary. And he wrote in last night before he died, something a little unusual. 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, at 5 a.m., what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Speckled band? I don't understand. Yeah, but the ventilator mentions joins to this cabin. You must have seen something. Cabin and victims' cabin are connected together. Oh. Has something occurred to you? The speckled band the victim mentioned means something to you? Or the whistling sound? No, I don't know anything. A Megatama would have activated right there. Damn it. Guess what? Wow, she's fast. Captain would like to speak with you. Let's come to Captain's quarters at once. Come now. Let's leave now. Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave. It would have been very easy for us to do so. I guess I'm leaving too. Oh well, I'm gonna hang out with you, nice chums. Ha ha ha. I'm gay. Oh, that's the end? Okay. What we got? That was only a 15-minute thing I concluded. Wait a few moments. Yeah, I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. We should manage to find some clues of what that speckled band might be. Investigate it all. Where'd you go? Up for it. Showing us that we're on my wrists. Let's talk to this guy. Maybe he knows something. I don't think this man's ever gonna forget your face. Second class area. Well, it's locked. Well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape. That's our cabin. No, it's Kazuma-sama. Oh, what? Remember, I live in like a fucking piece of fucking shit? I wonder if Inspector Hosanai has managed to uncover any new clues. Oh yeah, let's just ask him. Is it here? Oh, there are. Yeah, a lot of fun. But pummeling, but the pummeling was over in a flash. He must have decided against throwing me overboard. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little more about the neighboring cabin. Yes, I understand. I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. His name was something like Herlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German. Uh-huh. Shall we compare notes then? What have you found out? Nicolina Pavlina, she's next door neighbor. No, she is. The self-respecting ballet fan would know. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case, at least. Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Inspector, has your investigation here proved useful? If I'm honest, there's very little I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, really, to hand over this to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. Oh, well, there's one thing. I have a small piece of new information for you. What's the new information you have, Inspector? This? Bureau's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. Right. Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. His neck was broken? It would seem so. There are no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. At first, I think they were considering poison. Turned out they found no trace of poison in the system at all. What weapon is used then? Nothing has been found yet. The fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object. Something that wouldn't leave a mark. Right. The body nerves run through the spine to the brain. It's a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Damn it. Second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Yeah, that's fine. I trust you. That's all if I didn't trust you. I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? What do you think about the German guy? Then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say something at all? Yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted. His shoe polish was all he said. Oh, well, it was over there, the piece of broken glass. Shoe polish, huh? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. But if it is, we might have to trust him on that. Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes in a very dark tan hue. Oh. That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. I am very sleepy. I know he freaking died, and apparently they broke his neck. We were greenlit for a sequel. What the hell? This is lame. My head's still throbbing too. Really nothing else. So mysterious. Speckled band. If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on that, but she seems to be baffled as we were. There's clearly more we can look at. Books provide passengers occupying this cabin, neatly arranged on a shelf. You have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in cabins leads to damage, but it really wasn't me who knocked them over. I feel much better that they're neatly lined up. So, shoe polish? It was such a beautiful color. This glass, whatever it was, broken plain in two. The other half isn't where to be seen. I suppose it must be from Kazuma-sama's shoes. Maybe, but what I'd like to know is how can the detective be so sure it's shoe polish? Because he's a great detective, of course. No, I don't believe that. Spell Russian word for wardrobe. It'd be an unambiguous pointer to you. But to be truly unambiguous, it should have just spelt out my name, don't you think? Yes. But one fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last words or word in Russian, which means that someone else must have done it. Yeah, this is like from another Phoenix Wright game. Anything on the wardrobe? 1:23 a.m. I could hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35. It looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. So he was just chilling out, right? Yeah. He was just writing constantly. The rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria. Must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. She called it her friend, didn't she? We don't know what form this friend takes yet. I'm almost certain that whatever it is, it's inside the traveling case in your cabin. There's more of this than it seems, I think. Could talk to that guy, but I kinda don't care. Nothing on the table at all. Like cutlery are all over the floor. Strange. When I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner. After you are responsible for having Kazuma-sama. No. Okay, good. Okay, we gotta talk to you. You have to know something, dude. See man Hosanaga? That new Japanese, was it? Like I'll roll him to a ball and throw him into a cold room. He's gone back to guarding the door. Hope Inspector Hosanaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble in our account. That guy just rolled me into a ball. But he didn't. Locked me into a cold room. That could be a very long time from now, Mr. Naruhudo-san. Just keep moving back and forth. Something's gonna happen. See? Yeah, that's usually how it is. Look! Seaman Stroganoff is gone! Strong enough? The burly Russian sailor is always crossing his arms and glaring at us. All these Russian names are impossible. Why can't they just use stupid puns for their names? Tra-la-la. Do you hear that? It sounds like a scary detective. This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. For that stringy knot crewman comes back. It's Roganov, not stringy knot. Let's go, 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 go. She's not back yet, but her clothes are back on? I suppose you're right. Just for Kazuma-sama. Can't be long now till we arrive at the port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. We must solve this case. No, I don't want you in those handcuffs, or else we've been investigating for no reason. Don't you understand? Yeah, point. This ventilator connects to Cosmo's cabin next door. Yes, although a fool shipbuilder must be to open the ventilator into another room. So that there's a gas leak next door, the occupant in this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. As a possibility. Anyway, last night, Cosmo wrote that he saw a speckled band coming out of the ventilator. One of these next to the bed in Cosmo's cabin too. It's a bell cord. I can't resist. She barely hesitated there. I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to. I heard the song. Are you there? Sorry, I'm right here. Yes, why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Believe me, I don't have a strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see now. Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. Well, why would she bring him? This cabin door has the same simple door bolted latch that our cabin does. If the bolt's drawn across, there's no way anybody would enter, really. True. It wouldn't slide across its own accord, would it? The door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets and bolts from the outside. And it seals up perfectly, too, to stop any seawater from coming in. Seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. They're displaying this cabin, too. Look, the Esperia's rules of passage. Yes, I know. She need to keep the contents of her case a secret after you read this. Where is her friend? We must figure this out. Hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard. Oh yes, so do I. All the books toppled over again. Every single one. You think that's the god of the sea, perhaps? Toppled too? Like the same bookcase next door. Cosmo's cabin. Perhaps. Perhaps Miss Pavlova is practicing a difficult ballet. That's spelled weird. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage. Not everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know. That'd be really cool. Well, let's set them all straight again here, too. Oh, okay. Is there something different? Seems about the same. Oh my, Miss Pavlova's case open, and it's completely empty. According to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. A friend that she had to keep secret, because you're not allowed to bring animals on board the SS Buria. Whatever animals she had in there. To the point, where is it now? It's probably next door eating our fucking play chicken. Teapot's empty, so natural conclusion is that the Russians are very thirsty people. Or because Miss Pavlova only came to this cabin last night, she hasn't had the chance to make any tea yet. I mean, it could be either. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'll lay 1,000 to 1 on it. Well, you seem like you make a great detective, Mr. Naruhudo-san. Yes, I must follow the detective's racist conclusions. There are just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it. She only ran away from the ballet last night. That's true. What kind of books does she like to read? Let me see. Yes, I see. I've seen that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading books written in Russian. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. It's rude to ask too much of people, Mr. Naruhudo-san. Gotta remember that. Why is there just an empty plate on the ground? Doesn't look like it's been dropped, more like it was put there deliberately. You think there could be a leak in the roof just above here? A leak? Is this ship quite safe? I'm sure that if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship's going to sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? What else can I look at? Is there actually something else I can look at here? It's just a trash can here. Suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Shall I have a little look and see what's been thrown away? Naruhudo-san, poor that kid to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now. However, these are special circumstances, I think. There's hardly anything in here at all. Oh, well, that's a little disappointing, actually. Detective! We need your help. Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes, look. Yeah. You never know where he's gonna turn up next, do you? He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Tra-la-la, I did the great detective work. Still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? We're simply extremely high spirits. Yes, there were times, I'm sure he knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt. Excuse me, I saw it all. Mr. Sholmes! You are fire! Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing is just about to reach a climactic finish! I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now's as good time as any. I know you dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks! Uh-huh, yes, I know. Can you put those fists away? Mr. Sholmes, they seem to be examining something before we interrupted you. Yes, that's right. I was immersed inside of the ship's log as pinned by the stockily built crew who is usually on guard here. Yes, the ship's log. Did you find out anything useful from it? After 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank, which means that there was nothing to report. So nothing happened! You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun! You've been utterly blinded by it! Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Observe the other pages, and it should become clear. Same crewman off-stands sentry in the first class sentryway. And he has almost a religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. He writes in every 30 minutes. Nothing to report. Precisely. Seaman writes nothing to report when there's just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is actually blank. He hadn't even written nothing to report. He must have been doing something there. That remains a mystery for now, but... These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log for your mental life. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. You're starting to understand my way, I see. What makes Sholmes. Brilliance! You puny little human. Ow. Are you okay? Okay, no, don't worry about that. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason. Nothing more. Well, my friends. Until our next encounter. He's still singing to himself. I can hear as he wanders off down the passageway. Something wrong? You seem lost. I feel the same. My head hurts. Oh. It hurts. You too? Poison gas. We're just gonna have to save and call on that for later.
Hi there, this is TNT telling you that this video is brought to you by my streams at twitch.tv/TNT3Rays, where I stream gameplay every night. See you soon.